Welcome to this week's tarot reading.
I am looking for something exciting, for something bright, for something encouraging. And for that, I have commitment to happiness.
It seems we are on the right track.
Then I have well-being. And the last card is hidden blessings. Now let's shuffle the tarot cards to complement this message. We have the World in reverse. Okay. Then the Three of Wands, the Four of Cups, the Page of Swords, Faith, and the Nine of Swords. I will take two more, the Hanged Man, and Judgment. I think you, just like me, have been committing yourself to happiness for a while. But I also feel that some of you are beginning to see that happiness is the way forward, that happiness is what you want in life, what you want to experience. Still, even though this is your core, even though this is your main wish, when you go to grab this emotion, when you move towards a more fulfilling, happier life, there are fears that come along
and hold you back. It's as if your fears want you to
remember the past. Every time you try to embrace happiness, there is a fear that grabs you and makes you remember that things have not worked for you in the past, that things haven't been encouraging, they haven't worked out so far. So why would they work out now if history has shown you otherwise? And that's why you go back and forth between these two energies, because the fears of the past still
have a hold on you.
Now, even though that might be true, you are constantly seeking and working for your well-being. When those emotions or fears from the past come up,
you confront them, you challenge them, you no longer identify with them blindly.
Which is a great thing to do, because then you understand where they are coming from. You understand why they are here, how they contribute to your
growth as a person by helping you understand
in your past, understanding your mind,
which helps you to get
better perspective on who you are. It helps you understand yourself more, and it also helps you let go of the past through the, let's say, analysis or the observation. The interaction between consciousness and mind helps release some of these
fears from the past.
However, the Hanged Man is saying you can let go of that process right now. You can let go of the analysis. It's not required. It's not that it's never required. There is a place and a time for everything.
And when you learned to and were
analyzing your past, analyzing yourself, observing your thoughts, it was time for you to do that. Because before you started with that analysis, you were, let's say, unconscious to your thoughts, to yourself, to your mind. So back then, that was a good tool. You have been doing this analysis for a while now. The Hanged Man, though, is saying, let go of that. Now there is a different process. Now there is a different world. There is a different you. The present, the now, is showing you and inviting you to experience a different process, a different part of your consciousness. The way forward is no longer through the mind. There is something more required for you to move forward. And with this card and the representation of the energy here, I think that what's required, what's coming, what will get you forward, is more exciting than mind analysis and observation. Look at him. He is upside down, observing the universe. This is definitely a more expansive energy than this. So the well-being you are seeking, the happiness you want to achieve, is not acquired anymore through the observation of the mind. That's of the past. It's not even through understanding fear. The well-being, the way forward, the solution is not in the past anymore. When we start doing the work, when we talk about the spiritual awakening, oftentimes what we do is we observe the inner child, we address traumatic memories from our early life, we even sometimes go into past lives, clearings, soul retrieval. All of that is paramount at the beginning of the journey, but you are no longer at the beginning of your journey. They say you are even beyond the middle point of the journey. So you don't need all of those tools anymore. And that doesn't mean those tools weren't helpful to you, because they were. That's what brought you here. But what will bring you to where you want to be are not those tools anymore. It's something else. It's consciousness itself. This is what you've been training for, actually, this type of experience. You have reached the point where you wanted to be. So stop clinging to your previous experience. And I know that's easier said than done, but I think you also have practice. You've done that before. You implemented. So now it's time for you to implement something new. Now let's look at these 3 cards. Reason why the implementation of the new is being a bit hard for you. It's because there is something in your life. There is something that you have not yet accomplished. You have not acquired this thing you wish for. Through this process, you thought these mental processes, these mental exercises will get you where you want to be. There is a heart desire that hasn't come true. That's why you haven't let go of this, because it feels incomplete. Your progress, your evolution, your expansion feels incomplete without this thing you still desire. But the reason why it feels that way, the reason why it hasn't come to pass, is because you have not embraced the energy of the world. You haven't embraced the energy of fulfillment, of completion, of wholeness. Wishing this and seeing it or perceiving it as not here yet, as not fulfilled, you are anchoring yourself back to the past, to the version of you that couldn't get what you wanted. But you are no longer that version. You are no longer that person. You have cleared that energy. You have cleared that block. If you were to see yourself, your life, your everything from your higher self's perspective, you will realize that whatever is coming, it's much higher, much bigger, much more fulfilling than what you are desiring right now. Because what's coming, you cannot even imagine it. And the complication here is that what you wish for feels already like too big. It feels like too high. It feels like too impossible. So talking about something even better than that, your mind crashes because it cannot compute anything bigger than your wish now. But that's why this energy needs to be something of the past. You cannot expect to fulfill such a desire from this energy. That's why you need to see it and become it. You need to become your higher self. You need to become divinity. And you will become it when you embrace the energy of the hanged man. Because by the way, you are already here. You're just refusing to embrace it. You're refusing to embody this energy. There is nothing you need to do to be this, but allow. And I know that's sometimes the most difficult part of it. But it's like, but you are fighting this. You're fighting this because it's already here. It's already you. The energy lives in you already. It's there. The thing that will bring your wish to you, it's already in you. You are just not letting it flow, thinking that if you do, that will prevent you from achieving it when it's the other way around. So with the hidden blessings together with the judgment and faith, you have no idea of the transformation that is coming
your way.
And all your higher self asks of you is that you have a little bit of faith, just a little bit. This situation you are in, this part of the process for you, is not about doing. It's about allowing. You need to stop doing for this to flow, for this to come in. The doing part, you've already worked at. You already did it. You mastered it, actually. You now need to master the non-doing, the allowing, the trusting, the becoming, embodying, embracing, releasing. The doing is already handled, so let the universe handle the rest.